What's up, family? How are all my lunatics doing? Hopefully, well today. Man, we got a wild one for you. So, Department of Justice, State Department of Justice employee, uh, one of two employees that have been accused of embezzlement, took a no contest plea deal and agreed to testify against the other employee in the case. So, yeah, that's coming up next on Rational Lunatic Media. Before we get started, real quick, punch that like button, kick that subscribe button, flick that ding notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. If you're on TikTok and this video goes a little too long, jump over to YouTube, catch the full content there. And if you really want to know about the worst of the worst, corrupt cops, judges, officials doing really heinous things to citizens, catch my Patreon, linked in my YouTube, $5 a month, not safe for life news. And with that being said, yeah, let's get into this little juicy nugget, shall we? This report was done by the Signal. Yeah, Signal, SCB.com. A former state Department of Justice employee takes a plea deal in embezzlement case. One of two suspects accused of using positions with the state's Department of Justice to embezzle funds pleaded no contest to a theft charge and agreed to testify, a spokeswoman for the district attorney, George Gashon, said Thursday. In January of 2023, Gashon announced several charges against Eric Boone and James Biscaluz. Jesus, these freaking names, y'all. Eric Boone and James Biscaluz, who were both special agents in charge with the California Department of Justice. Boone was the director of the Los Angeles Regional Criminal Information Clearinghouse, also known as LA Clear, an interagency task force for law enforcement officers investigating drug-related crimes, when he embezzled public funds back in 2017, according to a factual basis plea he made on January 19th. The business locations in the scheme described by prosecutors were previously registered to the same Santa Clarita Valley EAT. Biscaluz has not taken a plea and is expected back in court next month, according to the district attorney's office and LA County Superior Court. Records are available online. As part of a deal he made with prosecutors, Boone admitted his crime, pleaded to one count of Penal Code Section 487B3, grand theft from an employer, and agreed to testify in exchange for 2 years of formal probation and 36 days of community service. So they're going to slam the other person and let this dude get off with 2 years probation and some community service. In a statement submitted to the court, which was shared by the DA's office, Boone detailed his role in the crimes alleged by Gashon last year. Quote, I, Eric Boone, through the aiding and abetting of James Biscaluz, a California Department of Justice special agent in charge and owner of tactical force gear, unlawfully appropriated public funds when I ordered staff, namely Brenton Chin, to contract with Tactical Force Gear, an embroidery company, for social media services. According to Boone's statement, TFG then subcontracted the social media services to EJB Consulting, owned by me, in effect making TFG a pass-through for EJB Consulting. So they were embezzling and laundering it. from like through one company, washing it, and then putting it into another corporation owned by him. Uh, this pass through was a conflict of interest for me because I, as director of LA Clear, ordered a contract whereby I would get paid through EJB Consulting. The contract resulted in LA Clear paying $12,500 to TFG, who in turn paid EJB Consulting $12,500. So he contracted his buddy's firm. His buddy contracted a job through like a blank firm or another employee's firm, and then they contracted a job through his firm. So the money just went from one to another to his his own account. Biscaluz was aware of the phony nature of the contracts. Boone's sworn statement continued. Quote, at all times, James Biscaluz knew TFG was acting as a pass-through between LA Clear and EJB Consulting. EJB Consulting had previously had James Biscaluz as its agent of service. EJB Consulting shared the same business address as TFG and James Biscaluz's other company, Global Protective Services. James Biscaluz had also employed me for services through GPS during the same time period. So they were doing it for each other. So his buddy would, let him use his company to contract jobs, to use the Department of Justice to contract jobs from his buddy's company, and then it would go through his buddy's company, through that third, that second company, into his company, and then it sounds like Biscaluz would do the exact same thing, but opposite. So Biscaluz would use the Department of Justice money to contract from his company, the other guy's Boone's company, and then it would go through the middle and then into, Biscaluz's company. I mean, it sounds intricate and it sounds well thought out, but really you can track those funds. The Department of Justice can see that it's being like, that's so dumb, because it's just like you're still contracting work from a Department of Justice employee, and that Department of Justice employee, which they're all that special agent is contracting work from the Department of Justice through your company. So you might as well just have contracted it through your company to begin with, and said that your company was doing work for the Department of Justice, because it's what he was saying was, hey, this company's doing work for the Department of Justice, which was your company. Jesus Christ. I hope y'all got that, but let's continue. The complaint states that after taking over LA Clear, Department of Justice Special Agent in charge, Brian Rose, began a review of LA Clear financial records and discovered that from January 8th, 2014 to November 13, 2017, Boone had authorized purchases of $73,687 in merchandise from TFG, according to the original criminal complaint. Oh, so he only got caught because he lost his job or someone took over his position. He either got promoted or demoted. That's gonna be so funny. If he got promoted and didn't doctor those records, or wasn't doctoring, obviously he wasn't doctoring them good enough to begin with, because it was the guy found it immediately just by doing a background check on the state's funds, or financial records. Biscaluz is due back in Department 50 of Clara Shortridge Fultz Criminal Justice Center on March 26th for a preliminary hearing. I mean, come on, see, they can carry a badge, you know what I mean? They can become special agents even, but they can't carry a sentence. They can't do jail time, not even a couple years, bro. They can't do no time. He's ratting him. He's ratting his man. He's ratting his buddy out, bro. Nothing but pigs and rats, dude. Just pigs and rats, man. Jesus. Talk about cheesy filled donuts right there, bro. Like, damn. Anyway, hey, if you made it, you made it to the end with me. Thank you so much for being here. I really do hope you all appreciate what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do here. I really am just trying to expose how corrupt our country is just by exposing, going through every state and then back to the top and going through them again, and exposing just how many officers in every state, on a monthly or couple 2 or 3 month basis are just breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. And then on my Patreon, they're going above and beyond that. I mean, they're not just breaking the law, they're literally heinously, like in ways you wouldn't want to imagine, hurting people like in the worst, nastiest ways. Um, from correctional officers to judges, to state officials. I mean, my Patreon, Jesus, like it's disgusting, man. It's so disgusting, and it's just as many stories on there that I have posted on here just about. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Anyway, thank you all for being here, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I gotta get some rest now. I work nights. I come home. I cut a couple videos, and then I gotta get ready to go to bed. Get up, go to work at night. Yeah, man, making that money. Doing what I gotta do until this one day becomes, hopefully becomes something I can do full time. And be able to afford an editor and afford better equipment. You know what I mean? Someone that can actually put, pictures and videos up there, the body cam footage, whatever, some of these stories. It's gonna be great one day. You know what I mean? It is. I'm gonna build this into something amazing one day. Just bear with me, stick with me, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope y'all are doing well. Sun's still out, summertime still here. Get out there, get some sun, have some fun, and as we always say, until the next time, y'all, stay healthy, stay free, and stay wild.